Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's try and make a quick video about this. I don't want to beat around the bush. It is Sunday. I'm not really looking for anything specific. We've pulled back from the 200 exponential so far, and I expect further pullback, to be honest with you. Sunday is usually the worst day of trading, but Captain Noobmaster, who brought us up to this level, to be fair with you, has the power to continue it and keep it going. And the major top targets on any kind of Captain Noobmaster continuation of FOMO would be 200 exponential sitting between 23,700 and the 50 simple, which is all the way up at 26,300. I'm not saying that that's where it's going to go. I'm just saying if Captain Noobmaster finds some extra money under his blanket, under his mattress, then that's what he's going to do. And I don't, when I talk about Captain Noobmaster, which I'm going to talk about a lot, to be honest with you now, because I like it. I like him. I'm not saying new people to crypto is a Captain Noobmaster. I'm talking emotional traders, people who FOMO. Captain Noobmaster has effectively been doing this for decades. He's been doing it for multiple decades. There's always people that FOMO, and those people are Captain Noobmaster. So, yeah, Captain Noobmaster brought us to this level. Captain Noobmaster brought the RSI up high. He brought the money flow index to 95. And so, Captain Noobmaster, effectively, in my opinion, has bought this temporary peak. But that's fine, because Captain Noobmaster is probably going to win anyway. He probably will win over a long period of time. But in the short term, I'm not feeling it. Now, on my Telegram, I like to keep it technical, really, for me. But there are people on there with other opinions, which is what a community should be about. And one thing that is more than an opinion, the whole Pelosi situation, that her amazing... I've got an 85% win ratio, as you saw on my annual breakdown for stocks and commodities and Forex, which is a decent win ratio for 85%. That's quite good. But I think Pelosi and her husband have actually outperformed that. I don't know how they've done it, but they did. I'm pretty sure they've got 100% or close to. Now, I've been told, and it's been verified by the Uncle Rich, who's one of the moderators of my Telegram, who I trust, that it's true, and they've been dumping stocks by the millions, some even at a loss. So yeah, maybe they're not quite the 100%. So they are expecting something sizable, or at least some downside, which would complement the way that this chart looks. This S&P rejection, and more or less coming up. For a rejection. Now, if we get a rejection from here, we might come down to a new low. We might not. We might just pull back into this intermediate zone. I don't know where we're going to pull back, but like I've been saying the entire time, I would expect a pullback from here. A breakout would be great. We might get a breakout, but if we don't, if we get a pullback, then this would be the place to do it, which is why to be highly skeptical, not just of this chart, because this chart is still beneath this resistance trend line, but the impact that this chart would have on crypto. And crypto is at an extremely vulnerable area with a 95% on the money flow index. It's extremely deadly place to pull back from. As you can see, my little thing in the corner here is not quite as amazing as it was yesterday. I walked into this room yesterday. I was like, these things are good after all. I feel like I come in here every day and it's red, it's red, it's red. It brings it down, and sometimes I even turn it off. But we're back in the red again today. So, and I imagine that next week we will continue with the red, because this is pretty nasty stuff here. If we pull back in a dramatic effect, by dramatic standards, really, on the S&P. Then Bitcoin and crypto will also come down. So, like I say, Captain Noobmaster probably did buy the temporary top. We could spike up before we come back down, a liquidity grab, and making some decent short positions for those who want to do that. I wouldn't suggest do it. To be honest with you, I wouldn't suggest any of you do leverage. You don't need me to tell you to do leverage. Only you should make that decision. And don't go listening to all these people that want you to join Bybit and stuff just so you can enjoy the commission that your liquidations bring them. That's terrible. Yeah, that is most likely what's going to happen, which is going to be some hardcore liquidations taking place and short stacking from this high level that could bring us down by at least 10 or more percent. Yesterday we measured the move down to the 10 exponential, I believe, was about 14%. It was back down to about 18,000 or so, and a closure below 18,000 would actually probably go on to make a new low if the rest of the markets behave continue in the way that I think they're about to start. I'm not really getting my words across. I'm trying to speak quick, but it doesn't really work for me. I know I've got to go to a swimming lesson in a minute, not for me, but for my kids. So, long story short, Sunday's a bad day to trade. It's also looking pretty scary for traditional markets, and Pelosi and her husband seem to know something that we don't. Not that that's anything you should trade by, but you overlay that onto what we see here, or overlay that onto the bearish divergence on this daily for the euro, to which we've been expecting a pullback for a while, and also this low zone, which is not far away from where we are, less than 1% away from where we are on the Dixie, looking for a bounce, maybe a bounce to take us up to retest this golden cross. And if that's the case, that would be a move of around about 4%, just less than 4%. So I just feel very strongly that I know that everybody's so euphoric and super happy about what we've seen recently, and it's been good. From a trader's perspective, even from spot trading perspective, it's been really good. Let's just wait and see how this all plays out over this next week, because I've been saying for a while now that the currency markets want to pull back. Now the S&P is at an area where it would like to pull back, and Bitcoin and all of crypto is an area, not particularly a specific area for something like Ethereum, but for Bitcoin certainly the 200 exponential where it wants to pull back from. And the money flow index is so high, which basically means there's a giant pool of money. Captain Noobmaster has emptied his pockets for you and me and any other one to just take, because this is where the liquidity is at its highest, probably the highest it's been for, I would imagine, the highest, well, I know for a fact it's the highest it's been for over a year. So there's more money in the pool now to take out than there has been for a long time. So if you want to take some money out of Bitcoin, this would be it. If you're in it for the long run, don't listen to me. That's different. That's completely different. But if you want to, if you had some sizable entries in Bitcoin, this is where you can pull out that money, because it's there. Noobmaster's money. Right, thank you for watching. I'm going to leave it with you there. Hope you have a nice day. Subscribe to the channel. Please leave a comment. It helps the algorithm. I've noticed there has been a change since I've been asking people to do these things. It seems a bit silly, really, consciously asking you to subscribe and like and make a comment, but it seems to help. So it could be worse. It could be worse. I could be on OnlyFans, doing something else. I'm just asking nicely for a boost of the algorithm. That's all I'm asking for. And I hope you have a nice day. Take it easy and be safe.